Ebony G here, wellness strategist. I'm also the voice of wellness on my podcast, The Kidney Connection, which can be found on all platforms pretty much that you can listen to a podcast. So I hope everyone is doing well, having a great week, weekend, whatever day it is when you're watching this video. I wanted to continue the conversation from the last video where we talked about how we could add 5 hours, at least 5 hours to our week for our wellness journey. And we covered, there's a multitude of ways that you can, but I covered 5 things that we could do last week. So if you did not catch the video, it is it is housed in the IGTV on Instagram at LWAP Consulting. So go check that out. Today, however, we will be talking about, now that you've created those 5 hours for your wellness journey, what are you going to do with them? Because, there are a multitude of things that you can do with them, but specifically pertaining to your wellness journey and depending on what your individual wellness goals are, and your intentions that you set around those goals. It just depends what you're going to do with that time, right? So I am here again today just to give you 5 quick options of what you can do with that time. So let's get started. So number 1, the first thing you can do with that time, you can add a morning routine. And that morning routine can look like whatever you choose it to look like. It could be like a mashup of The Miracle Morning, which is a book that I read that really got me wanting to have a morning routine that was, sustainable for me, because it just, for me, it helped to start my day off with positivity, and it set the tone, for my day, so that even if crappy stuff did happen, I was less likely to respond, or I was less likely to react and more likely to respond in a better way when my day starts better. So you can add a morning routine with the extra 5 hours that you create. What else can you do? You can exercise. I'd love to exercise in the morning, and hopefully, I will be able to get back to that soon. Like a 5 6 a.m. spin class or something like that. But even if not, I use an app called FitOn. It's free and it's amazing. And any kind of workout that you can think of, you can do all types of ranges from 7 minutes to 31 minutes. Whatever time you have, there is a workout, for you that can accommodate you, or just do your own thing, or just walk, or just stretch, whatever it is. You have extra time to do something that you want to do to continue and improve and maintain your wellness journey. So you can always exercise with some of that extra time, or all of that extra time that you found in your week. Number 3, you can have time to plan and organize, right? Because we say, oh, you have to, plan and all these things, and be organized. And in order to stay, have a schedule that works for you, you have to make a schedule. But you don't really talk about the time that it takes to plan that schedule that you then have to follow to help you stay on track with your time. And to me, this is out of the free challenge that I did a couple weeks ago. This was one of the aha moments for some of the participants, was that they were not taking enough time to plan for the activity that they were doing. So we all know, regardless of what you're doing, like even if you're cooking, you don't just, I'm cooking, right? You have to know what, you have to chop the stuff. You have to wash the dishes in between. You have to take out the pots. There are like 10 different steps just to cook. And they're not major steps, but if you did not account for that time, then you very quickly your time will get out of hand. So you can use, and I can go on and on about that, but for this purpose, for this video, you can have time to plan and organize with the 5 minutes that you have found in your week for your wellness journey. Number 4, meal plan and prep. Kind of like segued myself into that, and I kind of knew that, but Because, like I was saying, with having the time to plan and to organize, you also then have to prep and you have to plan the meals, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm going to have this and that. And then a lot of times you don't even have that stuff in the house. Now, if you are a little bit more, like me, I kind of like despise the whole cooking dinner thing because it's you get to cook the same things over and over again, and you go back to number three, right? I had to make the time to research and plan some and pick some new things to cook so that I can be more productive with this number four, which is meal prepping and planning. So that is another thing you can do with your time. And number five, do you rest, read, have fun, Netflix and chill, whatever you want. Do something or do nothing. It's your wellness journey and it's what you want to do. And it's the time that you find should be spent on you or doing something that's going to carry your journey forward. But it could be something, for someone else. These are just things that I, thought up, like I said, if it's pertaining to you personally, your personal goals and your intentions that you set around these goals. But most of us do not have time to do these fun or mindless things that we sometimes need to do to decompress and de-stress. So think about it. Do you? So trying to keep these videos on the short side because time, right? So those are 5 things that you can do with the 5 hours that you found in your week. And like I said, if you haven't seen that video, it is on IGTV at LWAP Consulting. Hope to see your next video.